Yo, welcome back to another stream. Today we are going to be rigging once again. This is day 11 of rigging. Yeah, so let's get right into it, right? So, before I get into it, let's talk a little bit about what we have done so far. Give me a second. I just want to make sure that I am live. Okay, it seems that I am. Okay, good. So let's just quickly go through what we have done so far. Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Anyway, so here's what we have done so far. The hair rig is pretty much done. Let me just give you a little look as to where we're at right now. There it is. Okay. Blah blah blah. Crash out cat, yo, thanks for the lurk, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Okay, there it is. Let me just turn on the damn track. Okay, a little preview. There it is. Alright, look at the back. Alright, you see a little white splotch there? Yeah, that is a mesh that I've added in because, you know, whenever we were to look at the top, or, you know, whenever the hair is moving, you can kind of see through the clumps of hair like that, you know, the bald spots. And basically all I did was to create a little mesh, right, to just cover the awkward spots. Oops. There it is. Let's just take a look at that. Very nice, very nice. And we have control still, despite having the big physics-assisted constraints. There it is. Let me just move them around just to give you an idea of what they're like, right? So look at that. They're all still movable, which will definitely come in handy when it comes time to animate, right? And especially during the action scenes when it's moving about a lot. This is when these controls would come in extremely handy. Just go... There it is. Right? And now you can see that the bald spot is no longer as prominent. I might have to make some tweaks to make sure that, you know, some of those areas are more covered up. But all in all, it's looking really good. I can still move. I can still. One sec. There it is. Now, when I move the head around, you can still see the damn track, the physics happening. Really nice. Thank you, Skinny Legs. Welcome to the stream. Ack animates a month of going offline, and I came back to see this peak. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome back. So yeah, that the hair rig is pretty much done. The eye rig is, well, it's just a placeholder. It's nowhere near done, but let's put that aside for now. The facial rig it's like a topic of its own, really. And then I've added this corrective bone here. Let me just put that in the right collection. So apparently in the older versions of Blender, the bone collections were limited. So you only have so many... where's the corrective? Oh, did I not create a collected collection? Okay, let me just create a new collection. Yeah, apparently there used to be a limited amount of collections for bones. So it's pretty amazing how that used to be the case. And it's pretty amazing how we have pretty much an unlimited amount. I feel really spoiled. Let me just put these corrected bones into that collection. Boom, and then remove it from these guys. There it is. So if I were to hide these, okay, good. They still appear. Just put them up. There it is. Rick Teller! Ah! How you doing? How you doing? How are you today? Okay, so that is the hair rig and then the corrective bones, which I have yet to show you what it does. So basically, without the corrective bones, you can see how this little area kind of... Oh, one sec. This little area, the ribs area kind of caves in, right? Not ideal. Same goes for the other side. And with this now applied, you can see it retains its volume, which is really nice. And yeah, same goes for the hips, right? It kind of pushes out a little instead of it being concaved. And what we did on stream yesterday were these twist bones, right? These tweaker bones and all and whatnot. And you can see that if I twist the shin bone, you can see how the last bone is twisting a lot quicker than the first bone, which you know, if you give your leg a little twist, you can see that is the case. So that's what we did yesterday. Obviously, we won't need to do. It's physically impossible to twist your legs this much. So today we're going to do the same thing, but for the shin bone. Yeah, it's that. Fine, hope you too. I've been dismantling the bathtub because we had burps get inside from the exterior. Oh no, fortunately the nests were empty. Okay. Ah, I see. Well, best of luck with the whole dismantling thingy. Must have been a little worrying. But okay. So yeah, welcome to the stream today. Let's get right into it, right? So, I think we'll begin with the gaiters of the boots, this thingy right here. So let's just start with that, okay? So how are you guys? What are you guys up to today? Now, these bones are all new, which means we have to re-parent the mesh. RBX, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Really nice rigging, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome to the chat. I had to be very careful. Got a silicone the contours to lock it after cleaning. Okay, yeah. Sounds about right. Alright, so let me just show you what we have to do today. So the same thing that we did yesterday, we have to transfer the weight paint from this big guy, this big bone, to all of these smaller bones within the bigger bone, right? So it's kind of like this. Like this. Right? All of the weight used to be on the big bone, and then we transferred it over to the smaller bones. That way we have not only the ability to create a more natural looking twist, right, of the legs, but also we get these tweaker bone functionality. So yeah, you started rigging the boot. Yeah. Oh right, the collision stuff, I did that off stream. That is right. Yeah. There you go. And then we did this. Let me just turn it. Yeah, it's easier to see here. There it is. This one was done via shape keys. This little thingy right there, right? The strap going over the toe. And then these bones right there, these are collision bones. Very nice. Initially wanted to rely on shape keys as well, but as soon as you roll your ankle to the side, it becomes a little unreliable. So I've decided to go with this method instead. Looks very clean, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so without further ado, let's transfer the weight paint from the big bone, like I said, the big guy, to the smaller bones. So let's get right into it. The first thing we have to do is to lock every single bones, but these guys. So the easiest way to do this is to just lock these guys and then invert the selection, the lock, right? So do you make money with Blender? Well, technically yes, is I do content creation, right? That's how I make my money. I also make my money through my digital products. The tiny hair shader. I don't have the prompt. Okay, let me just type it in chat real quick. There you go. So yeah, yes I do. All right. Right, we're supposed to lock these guys. So let's unlock all of these bones real quick. Okay, they're all unlocked. And then let's go in there and lock these guys. Lock. Great, now that the bones that we want to paint on are pretty much all locked, we can now invert the selection. I'm thinking if I wanna nah, just these guys will do. Okay, and then we want to invert the selection, or the lock. So lock invert all. There it is. Do you showcase on Instagram? Yeah, I do have some of my works on Instagram. Yes, I do. You can do an exclamation mark socials. Tiny Eye, there you go. Yes, I am the creator of Tiny Eye as well. In case if anyone here is aware of the product, that was me. Okay, now we gotta transfer these guys over. So easiest way to do this is to select the top bone, right? And then we'll just okay, I'm gonna set the fall up to constant and the fall up shape to projected. That way you get to paint through the entire mesh. Just a little demonstration. Without that turned with it set to sphere, it doesn't go through, and with it set to projected, it goes through. So make sure that symmetry is turned on. That's really important, and auto normalize is turned on as well. So boom, boom, boom. And this is why you want to lock the other bones, right? Because you don't want the auto normalize to affect the bones that you don't intend to paint onto. So now you can see that the big bones are no longer carrying any of the weight paint. It is all now on on this guy. But I am seeing a little orange here, so something is up. There it is. There's a little bit of weight applied on the boot on this big guy right there. That is not ideal. So I'm gonna unlock the thigh bones and then clean that up. I'm gonna set the weight to 0 and just clean that up. Not nice. Not nice. I want to buy the course you're doing, but I remembered that I don't use Blender. Fair enough. It is a really good course, but yeah, you're right. Just, only get what you need. But yeah, if you ever get into Blender, and you feel like you want to begin your rigging journey, then yeah, the Pierre Picard course is a really good one to get. Okay, now the thing about the mesh that we're dealing right now is that it's a solid object, right? So instead of painting through the solid object, I'm going to split this up, and I'm only gonna paint on one side, and then we could do a data transfer later on to the other side. I don't know if that made any sense, but let me just select those parts real quick, and then it will eventually make sense. Okay. We just make sure. There it is. It's accessible and not a bajillion dollar course. Very informative. Yeah, exactly. Like, considering the amount of information that it holds, it's quite a steal. I won't lie. It is quite a steal. The course that I'm talking about, by the way, if anyone is wondering, it's the course, the rigging course that I've been taking and I'm still taking right now. It's called The Art of Effective Rigging, and it has been extremely helpful. I think that's good enough. Alright, now once with that selected, I'm gonna do a select mirror and extend it, and we're gonna separate them. Let's just make sure that I've separated them correctly. That seems about right. Okay, so that's the inside. Wait, how I want to go about this? Painting on the exterior part only to make it easier and not risk to miss a point. Yeah, exactly. Because you know, when you're dealing with a solid object, you're essentially having to paint on not only the outside but the inside, and it gets really. It's double work, right? So for instance, if I refuse to paint through the mesh, because, you know, if let's just say I were to paint at this angle, it's going to affect like this area, and that is not ideal, right? So you would naturally turn off painting, the ability to paint through your meshes. And if, you know, like once you're done painting outside, you're gonna have to do the same exact thing on the inside. So instead of doing that, you could just paint on one side, and then you could just project the weight paint over to the other side. I just want to make sure that these mesh are connected. That feels about right. Okay, I will be painting on this side, on the inside. You actually post your animations on Instagram? Okay, cool. Yeah, the point plus the point perpendicular is a little bit shifted in ortho or perspective. Exactly. So yeah, it becomes a chore to do that double work, right? So let's get right into it. I'm gonna hide this one, and yeah, okay. So yeah, let's go. Let's begin. I will start with. Okay, we're gonna select the armature and then the mesh, and we'll select this. Let's see. I'm thinking how I want to go about this, right? Okay, actually, before I begin, I do want to separate these bones real quick. These guys. me just do that. So I still want them to be parented, but I want to keep them disconnected. So, okay, it seems like they already are. Let me just double check. Alt-P, right? Yeah, disconnect bone, there it is. That way we can move them around like so. Nice. But only 8 followers? That's okay, you could slowly build it up. Alright. So yeah, let's just begin right away. Let me just do a little twist. Just to get an idea. I'm thinking I want all of the weight of... the weight of this little flap to be skinned to this particular bone, and then the twist will begin from here. So let's just yeah, I think I want to hide these guys. You know, select link. Okay, what I did there, let me just turn on the screencast keys. So basically I'm selecting 2 loops, and then I'm doing 1, which switches to vertex, and then 3. The reason why I did that is because if you were to select the loops via edge and then immediately switch to 3 or face, it's gonna disappear. So you want to have these lines selected too, and to do that you would switch it to vertex mode and then face mode, and then we're gonna hit H, and I'm hitting L, hide. Where do you sell your models, by the way? I don't sell my models. Well, okay, I sell my digital products on Gumroad, the Tiny Hair Shader and Tiny Eye. But other than that, I don't sell my stuff. I don't sell my models. Just double check. Yeah, I want that hidden. Okay, the twist will begin here, right? Yeah, I sell my stuff on Gumroad. Yeah. Okay, so now that I have this bone selected, I'm going to begin painting, and I want to make sure that this is set to sphere. I don't want to be painting through the mesh. I'll start with this, and actually I'll turn off or rather I'll reset the rotation for now, and I'll just roughly paint at the areas where I think I want the mesh to be skinned to. Here. It's interesting to see different workflows. I tend to loop select faces. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a great way to go about it too. But yeah, my model right now is, I basically retopologize this to conform to the forms of the sculpt that the sculpt that I did. So I did that without really knowing what was ideal for animation, because I'm kind of coming in. It's not that I'm entirely new to Blender per se, but like, you know, specifically for models catered to animation ready, or rather models that were made to be animation ready, that is like new to me. So yeah, now I'm more aware of what I should have done instead, right? Which is to go for like a more evenly distributed edge loops. Gorgids, hello. The last stream was quite an awkward situation. I spent some time thinking about the nickname. So when I came up with Big Niche Fan Number 1, Naki, and started writing it, you just ended the stream by rating niche. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Gorgits. Hi. Hi, Nick. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Big niche fan number 1. That's hilarious. Got him. Do I want this guy to? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I have this one too. And then here it's kind of like a judgment call. I'll just smooth this out. Later on we're gonna go in and feather things out. But for now let's just oh, this one done. Actually maybe I'll do one more, right? Let's do that. Yeah, that feels about right. Smooth. Okay, cool. Alright, now for this guy. I think what I'm gonna do is to select this bone, and then since we have auto normalize turned on, I'm just gonna erase these guys, so it'll automatically transfer to the other guys, I assume. Nope, it did not do that. Why? It probably transferred over to some other bone, but that wasn't locked. So yeah, it probably transferred over to this guy. I'm gonna have to lock this and lock this guy as well. Yeah, I'm gonna hide this and attempt that again. Yeah, now it doesn't erase it. Okay, that's about, seems about right. Okay, never mind. I'll just work with this then. This. Alright, cool. And this right there. Hey, nice. Yep. We'll just paint it all the way through. There we go. What are you guys up to today? Any blenderers? Okay, now lastly we want to paint this guy. Yeah, let's start from right about there. I'm gonna turn on projected. I'm just gonna paint through everything. You're doing some Blender scripting today? Ooh, what are you scripting? What is it for? Damn, scripting. Yeah, that is something that is way beyond my capabilities or my interest. I have huge admiration for people with the ability to code or script. Me? Maybe I'll do one higher, like right there. And then we should be about done with the transferring. Let me just hit save, make sure the saver work. A little high. There it is. Okay, cool. Now that the transferring is done, we can begin to move these guys around. Oh, this is connected. Let me just disconnect these bones. There it is. I'll have these guys. I'll have these guys, these tweaker bones parented to this bone just for the time being. I'll select that, and then I'll do select. Actually, I'll isolate these bones for now. And I'll select one of these. Select group color, and then I'm gonna deselect these other yellow bones. Just make sure that I'm only moving the right ones. Great. And then I'll parent it to this bone. Keep offset. So now if we were to move that, there it is. There we go. I guess I'll do it for the other side as well. Select linked grouped color. There it is. I'll deselect the other ones and parent it to this as well. Keep offset. Cool. Cool. We can move them about. Are these? Oh, okay, these guys are not disconnected. That's why they were not like the symmetry wasn't working. It was working, it's just that these bones were not disconnected. Now let's move them around. There it is. What? Ah, these guys are, yeah. Disconnect. There it is. There we go. That's what I wanted. So now I'm just gonna pull these guys apart. I'm gonna twist them a little. This is obviously extremely exaggerated, right? But the whole point here is to know what we're distributing. Currently, some simple usability scripts getting any influencers of an object, i.e. when your active object has a boolean modifier on itself, you can directly scroll select all the cutting objects. Works for any mod and parent-child driver, etc. It's an old script I'm updating. Oh! Okay, getting any influencers of an object. And when your active object has a boolean modifier on itself, directly scroll select all the cutting objects. Okay, scroll select. Is it kind of like this select menu? It prompts up all of the boolean objects. Is that what it is? You know what? I should have had these guys parented to this. So let me just do that real quick. I'm gonna keep offset. Let's go back into pose position. There it is. If I were to move that, nice. Okay, now we can start smoothing things out, right? So select the armature and then this weight paint, and let's begin. So I'll start with this. Yo, Mike. Hello. Welcome to the stream. 0.3. Also possible, yes, but currently it's a modal operator. It gets all influencers, and you can then just scroll up and down to select any in this list. They are selected already while scrolling. Oh, okay. Ah, ooh, very nice. All right, then we'll do 0.2. It's a little tough with this particular topology. I kind of wonder how Ortiz went about doing their weight painting, because I've seen their topology, right? It seems like they do follow the contours and the overall forms of the characters. I wonder how they went about doing the weight painting stuff. It's just a convenience thing for box modeling. Okay, okay. Did not think about bones. I see. Naki, have you ever used a ZBrush? I have. When I was in visual effects school, we did have like a site, like a special module, like a site module. We get to pick between a few different subject, and the one that I chose was it basically involved sculpting a character, right? So my first ever sculpt was in ZBrush, and I attempted to sculpt Tom Holland from Spider-Man. I believe at the time it was, well, the very first movie. So yeah, and it was terrible. As in, I did terrible, and yeah. To be honest, we didn't learn. We didn't learn much, I would say. Like, we're better off just watching YouTube videos, to be honest. YouTube tutorials, just for my specific case, though. I don't speak for all schools, obviously. Alright, there it is. Alright, cool. And then I will go to this guy and do the same thing, but for this area. But yeah, I did see what Maxon is currently cooking. I mean, I had a little peek at the UI of ZBrush on the iPad. Right, it looks really promising. And am I tempted to give ZBrush a go? Well, I'm not really. But I am still curious. Like, I'd still give it a shot just for the heck of it, right? Just for fun. But I'm a little occupied right now. I got a film to finish. But You know, maybe when I'm like taking a little break or something, I'll give it a shot for fun. I'll try it out on stream or someday. Yo, Denji, Splits, hello. Hi, I just wanted to say that I've been struggling with my own project recently, but watching you push through with learning, rigging, etc. without much hesitation has helped me be less scared of failing. Oh, hell yeah, Nick. Thanks for sharing that. That's really cool to hear. Yeah. You know, when something is hard, that's when you know that that there's actually something in store for you to learn, right? Rigging it has been something that I've held out for like the longest time, and to be honest, I would have never picked up on it if I didn't have to. But now that I want to make a film by myself, yeah, it kind of pushed me to do that. So I'm very happy to hear that you're pushing yourself to pick up on a new skill as well. Thumbnail makes bro look like he's got huge breasts. You're practicing using ZBrush. Cracked. Okay. Chat isn't on screen. Oh, is it not? Oh no. Thanks for letting me know. Let me just restart Caster Labs. What happened? There it is. Sorry about that. How you doing, Denji? And Splits. Yeah, we're back to weight painting. Nothing new. 0.3. No, 0.4. No. Maybe I'll, yeah. You know what, that looks right. Now I'm being a little less precise, right? I am still capping on the values, but I'm relying on the blur brush as I go because of the topology. This topology is a little unconventional for animation. Not the most ideal, and I realized that I probably have my noise removal turned on. There we go, it should sound a little clearer now. You good, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A little sad that I had to skip the gym today. I felt very tired today, and yeah, had to. Well, I didn't get to watch much of the course either. I ended up working on the rig. Oh wait, I just saw Nick 30 stream streak. Holy shit! Thank you so much for the 30 stream streak, and Mecha first. Let's go. Sorry, it doesn't show up on my multi chat, the stream streak stuff. I wish it did. But thanks again, Nick, for the 30 stream streak. Damn. Okay, I'm smoothing these guys out, right? I think these guys could use a little bit of like smoothing out too. I'll do 0.6. There it is. And blur that out. Okay, cool. Next, let's move on to the bottom area. I think 0.5 is a good start. Yeah, that's a good start. Hell yeah. Oh, Nick Graphics, sorry, I was referring to X_Nick for the 30 stream streak, but you do appear a lot. I gotta sneeze 1 sec. Sorry about that. But yes, Nick, good to see you here too. I've been struggling to choose. I can use both ZBrush and Blender. I do everything in Blender except character sculpting, which I do learn in ZBrush. Because I do everything in Blender, I also really want to just go back to using Blender for sculpting too, but it's so hard to do so when I see all those amazing sculpts made with ZBrush. ZBrush has so many tools that make stuff easier. I would love to hear your opinion. My opinion is to use whichever software you feel will get the job done quicker, and the one that you're the most comfortable with. If the workflow that you're comfortable with is to sculpt in ZBrush and then to do everything else in Blender, that is a totally valid workflow. You don't have to I totally understand where you're coming from, because I am like similar in that sense too. When I see someone creating these amazing textures in Blender, I'm like, okay, you know what, I want to do everything in Blender because this person was able to do it. But for instance, if I was already comfortable in Substance Painter, right, I wouldn't, maybe in the past I would let that affect me. I'd be like, you know what, maybe I should just learn how to texture in Blender, right? But if you have the means to sculpt in ZBrush and then do everything else in Blender, I'd say just stick with that. It's a totally valid workflow. Yeah. Like if someday, right, if I had the means to pick up on Substance Painter and to do all of my paint jobs in Substance, I wouldn't let that hold me back, you know. Like right now I just don't see a reason why I have to do that, but if that was like a workflow that I was already used to, I'd just stick with it. Yeah. There's no hard and fast rules when it comes to, you know, doing 3D stuff, unless you're working for a company with like a very specific pipeline. Then obviously you would want to adapt to whichever software they're using, right? But yeah, my opinion is just do whatever you want, right? If you want to sculpt in Blender because you feel like it, do that. But if you feel like you're making a compromise, you feel like you're gonna miss out on a bunch of tools, just stick with ZBrush. There's really no problem in doing that at all. Yeah, my bad, Nick, on YouTube. I should have specified. You'll be sticking to ZBrush for now? Yeah, do that. If I were you, I'd do that too. I'll do 0.1 for this guy. Blender's future is very bright, yeah. It is, it really is. But yeah, ZBrush is a beast in its own. You know, maybe one day when I were to, if I were to ever give ZBrush a shot, and I actually, you know, fall in love with it, and I have the means to use it, I might just stick with it, right? Well, it really depends though. For my situation, it does benefit me to stick with Blender because, well, solely from the fact that it's free and it makes the content that I create a lot more accessible, right? There's no paywall to it, so it bodes me well that most of my stuff were done with free software. But yeah, strictly speaking, as an artist, right? Yeah, I wouldn't mind using ZBrush at all. You hope it surpasses ZBrush one day. That would be a huge achievement. That would be huge. Okay, I will smooth these guys out. There we go. Alright, cool. Actually, wait, before I proceed, let me just do a little stretch to constraint so that the mesh, they deform a little bit more accurately. So let's I want this bone to stretch to this bone and this bone to stretch to this bone. So I want this to stretch to that, but this has to be the last selected, right? Because that is where all the constraints will be applied to and stretch to. And same shit over and over again. Oh, cyclic dependency. One sec. We just clear parent real quick. Alright, let me just reset the stretch constraint. Alright, cool. There we go. Bum ba dum bum. Actually, I like it without the stretch to constraints. So I'll just remove them real quick. Control Alt C. Let's just continue working with it this way. Yeah, let me just reparent them back to what it was. I'm the one who knocks. Oh my god. Hi Cooper. That's a Breaking Bad reference. So what a throwback. Say my name. Wait, paint. Let's do 0.1 for these guys. Actually, 0.2. No. Ooh. I'm gonna have to lower the strength of the blur brush. I'll do 0.2. There we go. Alright. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, that little yikers right there. Let me just fix that. Alright, now this. Let's do 0.5. Okay. And then we'll do 0.3, and then 2, and then 1. Alright, 2. Oh, by the way, if anyone is new here, your first time watching the stream, we go live every single day at these timings. There it is. In case it doesn't say it on the screen. It's 3 a.m. SGT every day. Until, well, at least until this character is done. That is, I believe, 2 p.m. ET, yeah, 2 p.m. ET, 11 a.m. PST, 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. CET. There you go. There's all of the timings. All right, smooth. And this guy, or rather, the boot gators, belong to this guy, who is the protagonist of my short film that I'm currently working on called Red Feathers. There it is. Okay, just imagine his legs just a little bit better proportion. You know what? I'll just put it in rest pose. There it is. So this is what it looks like, right? Right there. That's the protagonist of the short film that I'm working on. Let me just drop a link in chat. There it is. So the link that just appeared in chat is the link to a video of me explaining basically the premise of this short film. What is that? Why is it all wiggly on the other side? So yeah. 1 second. What is going on? Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. I am so confused. Where did all the weight paint go? Oh, that is interesting. What just happened? What the hell just happened right there? Oh, I probably had oh, okay. I had the wrong one selected. Okay, no wonder. It's like, what the hell is... There's no way. There it is. There it is. Okay, let me just pull that out. Cool. Ooh, that could use a little bit of smoothing. All right. Um. 0.5? Yeah. I'll do 0. Maybe I'll do 0.9 on these guys. No. I'll do... Alright, I was working on this. Okay. Let's just focus on this first. Here we go. Okay, feels about right. Protagonist Rigging, rig it up. Yo, Mike. How you doing? Alright, now for this, let's do 0.2. Rig it up. Alright, 0.3 for this guy. Back to 0.2. Okay, now 0.1. There we go. Trying to speed run this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So what are you guys doing for the weekend? I'm pretty much just gonna be blendering the whole time. I don't have plans for this weekend, IRL wise. Let's do 0. Well, that was a powerful one. That was building up for a while. Blendering was the weekend? Fair enough, fair enough. I think we'll do... I'm gonna have to smooth this out a little bit more. Though it's, actually not looking that bad. Oh, what is that? Oh, that is probably because of these other guys. Okay, I think it's looking good. The twist looks natural. I'd say it looks good enough. Right? Smooth that out. Okay, before we clean things up, I think I'll add some constraints on these guys. Okay, and then we're gonna select these bones. We'll clear parent. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's clear parent for now. And parent them to the shin bone, just for the time being. Right, so that they there it is. Okay, cool. Now we can work on the stretch to constraints. So I'll stretch to that, stretch to that, and stretch to that. Okay. There it is. That is looking pretty good. Yeah. I'm okay with this. Okay, a little error right there. Look at that. Yucky. Not ideal. So, let's go in and find the problem child, shall we? There it is. Look at that. Look at that disgusting leakage. Get out of there. Let me make sure that sphere is turned on. Erase. Indeed. Indeed. Where is it at? Is it on the big guy? There it is. What are you doing there? I locked you. How dare you go there? Mirror group is locked. Okay, let me just select this. Boom. Get out. Okay. Now I'm gonna lock you again. Don't give me any more problems, please. Alright, let's Let's clean things up a little, although it is already looking really good. So I'll just smooth things out a little bit more before we move on. I do want to hide these guys. Okay, there it is. I'll just smooth things out a little. By the way, right now I'm not looking at the color of the weight paint. I am looking strictly at the wireframes, right? At how they're distributed. You can see how this is. If we were to look between these two lines, can I draw? Yeah. Between these two guys, see how like this is a little bit higher. I want them to be more so in the middle. So let's do that, right? Okay. Okay, it's getting a little hard to move them, but it's fine. .1? No. No. What can I do to move this guy up? There it is. Yeah, I don't want to mess with it too much. Let's do 0.2 maybe and call it done. Yo yo! Hey Maestro. How you doing? Alright. You know what? That's good enough. That is good enough. Okay, it is a little jank down there. So let's just clean these guys up a little. It's not so bad, to be honest. It's not the worst, but I think it could be improved. Exhausting day, by the way. Right. How was a weekend school? Alright. .1 for these guys. Okay, I am looking at the color right now. I'm a little bugged at how like it's a little darker in the middle here. I'm just smoothing them out. It was fun, but not fun walking 20 kilometers in a highway to McDonald's. Damn. Did you do that with friends? Because that's quite a vibe, but yeah, it makes sense that it's exhausting, but 20 kilometers with friends. That's a fun little adventure right there. You would never walk 20 kilometers to McDonald's. I wonder if they picked McDonald's because they walked 20 kilometers. That was like the most convenient option. Did you guys exclusively decide, okay, let's go to this McDonald's that is 20 kilometers away, or did you guys, were you guys like, let's just walk to this area And then as soon as you guys are there, you know what? McDonald's is like the first thing that is available. You bought your first Big Mac. Oh, okay. If you weren't a 3D artist, what do you think would be your main occupation? Ooh. Are we talking in like a realistic world or in a world where I could be anything I want? And your first Big Mac, Maestro. Wow. Cool. How was it? Underwhelming? Was it as expected? Realistic world? I would say I would still think that I'd be a 3D artist just working in the industry. That would I think that would be me in another world. Does that count? Or do we completely exclude 3D? Because prior to Tiny Naki, what I wanted to do was to kind of have like a corridor digital situation where you would, you know, work with friends, right, at an independent studio that was like, you know, best case scenario type situation. Wasn't a question, but I'll take it. Yeah, because, you know, I've always wanted to become an artist. That's the thing. I'll say this, right? Prior to picking up on 3D, I did want to work in visual effects, so it would still be in the media side of things, but I'd probably become like a VFX artist. Yeah. Because even in a realistic world, I can hardly imagine myself being I guess like pragmatic person. I feel like I don't have that in me to go out there and learn about businesses and whatnot. You know, if anything, I'll probably just be working at a regular day job, and then I'll do art on the side. I don't know. Hard to imagine in a realistic world what I do on this. Like, if it wasn't this that I'm doing, what I do. Because I'm pretty much absorbed in this whole 3D thing. You can't see that, right? The sauce was delectable. Okay. Exclude 3D, but the other art is fine. Yeah, I'll probably become a 3D. A VFX artist. That's the highly likely. So, does that count as not 3D? Right? It's kind of well, if we're talking VFX simulation, like in Houdini, that would be the last thing that I'd be interested in. But I'm talking more so like, you know, muzzle flares and... Oh, Solum, 15 stream streak, thank you so much. Hi. Hello. Yeah, maybe a VFX artist, probably. Yeah, really hard to say. Okay, cool. I'm very happy with the current distribution. Now we should be ready to transfer over the weight paint, right? Let me just make sure that I have the right mesh selected. Is it this one? Yep, that's the one. Not this guy. Right. Yeah, not this guy. Okay, so this... Let's transfer this... Let's transfer the weight paint. So, I'm gonna select the mesh that wasn't painted on. I'll add a data transfer. How are you doing today, Solem? And then I'll click on that. I want the vertex data, vertex groups. I'll do nearest face interpolated. Let's generate the data and let's apply, Control A. And let's see what that looks like. Please, please be good. Yes! That is nice. One sec. That is nice. Okay, let's look at them as a whole, right? Let's do a nice little twist. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Good enough. Yep. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, now that the weight paint has been nicely transferred over. Actually, before I do that, I do want to create two separate groups under the vertex group, so that I, just in case I want to go back in and do some, touch-ups. I could very easily select them and separate them. So let's create a new vertex group. I'll call this Gator inside. Select. Assign. Right, okay. Oh wait, no, wrong. Outside. And then for the other one, it would be inside. Okay, and assign. Yo, Dragon, how are you, Nafi? I'm doing good. How about you? How about you? It's been good so far, even though it's still January. Geez, why is time so slow? So slow? What? Bro, time is zooming. It's almost the end of Jan. What are you talking about? It's zooming. Well, it's probably because you have school, right? Man, I need more time. Okay, so to basically stitch them back together, we'll just join them like so, and they're still separated, right? Don't be deceived. They are still separated, so select all of them, merge by distance, and they should be nicely stitched together. I'm gonna do a little undo and redo just to see if we have accidentally merged, the wrong areas. Okay, let's do it again. Merge by distance. I think it looks good. Okay, good enough. Alright, and we're done. We could clean things up a little, right? But all in all, it looks good. You're good too. How's the rigging going? Good to hear that you're doing good, and the rig is going good. a little behind time, but we're on the right track for sure. I'm learning a lot as I go. I added a new corrective bone for the ribs. So before that, it looks like this, right? Oops. Looks like that. Look at how it kind of goes in, right? It concaves. And I want the obliques to retain its shape. And I want the ribs to retain its shapes as well, so yeah, added this little corrective bone, and there we go. So pretty good. I'm very happy with all of these little helper bones to help things look a little better, right? That's cool, yeah. And the hair rig is pretty much done. Look at that. Even in the back, it's all nicely rigged up. Let me turn back on the textures. Ta-da! Very happy with the progress. Behind time, but on the right track for sure. Alright, cool. Let me just, one sec. Let me just make sure that my OBS is aligned. There it is. It's a little off. That bugs me. There it is. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna have these guys set to Euler. And let me just see, tweak, die. Okay, right. So just set this to local. So yeah, similar case to the thigh bone, right? You see how it gradually, like, it doesn't twist as much up top here than it is down below. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the shin bones, but for the foot when it rotates. I think so. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Gonna have to double check. Yeah, the roll of the foot is a little off, but no worries. Okay, let's add a constraint. The last thumbnail equals jail? Oh no. Oh no, I didn't ask for it, okay? It was specifically requested by one of you. So if you want to jail anyone, it should be Dave. Okay? Okay, local space and local space. There we go. There we go. Nice. And let me just reset those real quick. Why is it acting like a damn track? But anyway, I will do the same thing over and over again. But a little less down here. Oh wait, I meant the z-axis. Okay. Oh wait, no, the y-axis. What am I on about? There it is. Holy shit. Alright. Local space and local space. Let's do 0.7. There we go. Why is it acting like this? One second. Okay. Not that I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, but okay, actually, you know what, that's fine. Let's keep that up. Let's copy rotation. Oops. Yeah, see, the hierarchy of selection is so confusing to me. There it is. Local. Let's do 0.5. Oh. Did I turn off my numpad? There it is. Yeah, I locked it. Hey, Game Dev. Gary, hello. Okay, copy. Rotation. And we want to put it before the stretch too. And we are good. Alright, cool. Done. And it works. Okay, cool. Now let's create these tweaker bones. Let me just hide the big boys. So you see how we have these yellow bones in between? Sometimes I wonder if blend shapes animation would be easier. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. But I think blend shapes, it gets to a point where it becomes, yeah, it really depends, I guess. But for such a simple, you know, simple application, I think, well, it depends on what you're more comfortable with at the end of the day. Doesn't really matter, I think. Okay, temporary. These are all just temporary constraints. .75. What about this? 0.7. Okay, yeah, it's 0.7. And then this to that. What is this? 0.3? 0.5, okay. And local 0.1. Alright, cool. Done. Donezo. Now let's create these tweaker bones. These yellow bones right there. Oh, no, these guys. Boom. And these guys, yeah. Okay, let me just look at Pierre Picot real quick. The course. I'm looking at the diagram. Leg tweak, knee tweak. knee tweak. Okay, so he has another shin tweak, knee tweak. Okay. So there's another guy here. It seems. Let me just duplicate this guy and scale it up real quick. I do want the length to be the same as the bones I've created for the arms, so that the size of the bones would be the same. So let's do that. Let me just copy the length. Paste. There it is. I'll do another one here. And we'll call this tweak thigh.l, right? Okay, this will be leg tweak. Leg. This will be knee. .l. Okay, we should have another one down there, but I'll leave that out for now. Where is it at? Ankle tweak. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna have another one here, I believe, but I'll do that off stream. I just want to be very sure of what I'm doing is right. So now that these guys are named correctly with a .l at the end, I'll symmetrize them. And I'm gonna parent this guy to the big guy. There we go. What about these smaller bones? Let me just make sure. Def arm. Okay. It's like an anime song, but it's Maple Story. Damn it. Let me select this bone, please. Shin. There it is. And I will parent these guys. Wait, no, not the shin bone. Damn it. Just these guys to this. You feel blend shapes are easier if something is moving that is fixed on the character to have a local transformation? Yeah. Isekai intro, right? So real. But yeah, blend shapes are definitely easier in certain applications for sure. Yeah. That is true. Like, for instance, this little... one second. What about the jump scare? Okay. For instance, this was done using shape keys or blend shape for, this, the little strap there, that was done using shape keys. And for this particular application, it works wonders, right? And because, I mean, we're not going to see the toe bend this way, right? So it's not necessary to have to care about the toe area colliding with the strap, which is why it made sense to use blend keys or shape keys, blend shapes or shape keys. And then for this particular case, because the ankle is going to be rolling a little bit like beyond just this axis. Initially, I wanted to rely on shape keys. It made sense to do so. In fact, I still have it here. There it is. Right, I still have it there, but because the ankle will likely roll a little, it made sense to use collision bones instead. There it is. Ah, hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate, Mecha. There it is. So yeah, it really depends on the application, I guess. Look at that. Like if you were to bring the ankle up and then you were to roll it, right? It's a little more natural. It's still not perfect by any means, but it probably looks good from afar. Very satisfying, the shoe rig part. Thank you. Yeah, it is pretty satisfying, isn't it? Naki, you need to get those shoes now. These shoes, do I have to make them myself? Can I somehow 3D print this? Yeah. Let's go. Let's get back at creating these tweaker bones. 51 burps. Has it been that many? Okay. This will probably be parented to that. Okay, let's work on giving these guys their tweaker bones real quick. There it is. Extrude. I want to make sure it's global. Yeah. Let's do global Y. And I want to copy the length. You look lame. For the premiere, you have to wear this outfit. Oh my god. You need to get those pants, those gloves, and those abs. Those abs, holy shit. Imagine being at this low of a body fat. I am good. I am Gucci. No, thank you. Let me turn off the tweaker bones. Yeah, just for now. Okay, cool. Now let's give these guys their names. What are they called? Shin. Yeah, we want to change DEF to tweak. So with these bones selected, I'll do Control F2, and I'll find DEF and replace it with tweak. Make sure this is selected to bones. Okay. Tweak. This one. This will be 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then for this guy, it's probably gonna be some foot tweaker thing that I'll leave out for now. So let's focus on these guys. Let me just delete that real quick. Okay, what else I gotta do? I have to remove the .00 blah blah blah. You know what? There's only so little bones. I'll just manually do them myself. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're all .L. Okay, cool. Now let's give them the right colors. I want them to be yellow. And then we'll symmetrize these bones. In edit mode, right click, symmetrize. Okay, cool. And it works because we have the .L at the end. Okay. What's next? Why did it stop? Oh, that was in the playlist. What the heck? Bruh. I got scammed. Okay. Is it a vanilla thing? Which one is a vanilla thing? But yes, whatever I'm doing is the .l and .r thing. Yeah, it is. It is a vanilla thing. I believe so. But yeah, it's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's vanilla. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but if oh my god, if it's a Rigify feature, it's Rigify comes with Blender, so technically it's vanilla. But I doubt it is. I doubt it's because of the Rigify add-on. I think it's actually built into Blender this way. So yeah, never knew that. Nice. Yeah. There you go. And then we want to give these guys. Actually, wait. We're gonna want to parent these guys accordingly. So I'm gonna parent this to this, right? I believe that's how it goes. Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to separate these guys. One sec. Select. Separate, no, disconnect them, not separate them. There you go. Oh, some cyclic dependency going on. Let me just, I'll remove the copy rotation for now. I'll add them back later. Control-Alt-C, that was what I did. All add-ons are vanilla to me? Okay. In the main list, not the exterior ones. Yeah. Yep. So even if it's like Rigify, it's still technically vanilla. But I think it's not even that. I think it's just it's straight up built into Blender, I believe. Okay, let's keep offset, parent. I'm hitting, I parented one time and then I'm doing Shift R to repeat last action. But for this, I'm gonna have to do Control P again. Okay, cool. Done. Now they're all nicely. Okay, yeah, we didn't do whatever we did for the gators on the boots, right? That's why it's still a little wonky, but no worries. We'll fix that. No worries. Okay, let's bring that back to where it was. Oh, I do have to fix the roll of these bones real quick. Yeah. I want them to be... I want the Z-axis... Hello? There we go. I want the Z-axis to be facing down, right? Right now it's kind of tilted a little. Okay, so I'll do Shift and global negative Z axis, and that should do the job. And I'll do the same for the other tweaker bones. Yeah, we'll ignore that one for now. looks good. Shift N. Alright, cool. Done. Now let's give them this widget, right? The sphere widget real quick. Alright, I'll go under rigging, the bone widget add-on, and I'll just create this. There we go. That looks good. Oh, the slide is a little off. Let me just fix that. We don't need the wire width. Alright, cool. Looks good to me. Double check. Alright, cool. Now that that is done, I have returned. Welcome back. Welcome back. We can now do the stretch to constraint, because right now you can see these bones are not following the other bones. So let's fix that real quick. It's a very simple fix. Oh, we want to do that in post mode. So I'm gonna have this constraint to this bone. So this will be the last selected bone again. The last selected bone is where all the constraints will go to. That's the order of selection for bones. When applying constraints, stretch to. There it is. And it should. Why is there a cyclic dependency? What's going on? Okay, this is stretching to that. Is this parented to anything? No, it's not. Why is this happening? Oh, wait, 1 second. What am I doing? I want, Oh wait, it is correct. What is this parented to? Tweak shin 4. Okay. Shin 3 is shin 3 to shin 4. I want this to stretch to shin 4, right? Okay. Let me just clear. Digital Circus ad glitch. Let me think real quick. Let me look at what I did here. Okay, these guys are parented to the thigh bones. The tweaker bones, I mean. And then these are stretching to... Yeah. I'm doing the same exact thing. So yeah, that's a little confusing. What about these tweaker bones? Deaf thigh. Oh! My god, okay, my bad. I thought I had these bones parented to the main shin bone. They were parented to the bone above. Okay, this makes sense now. Sorry, this bone is parented to this, but this tweaker bone was parented to this bone. And this bone is trying to stretch to this bone. So it's, yeah, there's a cyclic dependency. I'm gonna have to click on these guys and select mirror. Never mind, I'll just unparent these guys, clear parent, and that should solve that weird issue. There we go. And these guys are supposed to be parented to this bone, okay. And just select these yellow bones. And parented to this. There we go. Alright, cool. Now we can do that again. I mean, keep doing what we were doing. Boom. Boom. Alright. Cool. Very nice. And we gotta do the same thing on the other side. Let me just make sure, yeah, it's still parented to the wrong bones. Clear. And actually, no, let's parent them to this. Alright, cool. And stretch too. Done. Hell yeah. Alright. What's next? Let me think. Oof. How are you guys doing? Y'all need me to punch you in the tummy to wake y'all up? You guys need a little, you know, nudge. Because I do. I am very sleepy right now. You've been here for 30 minutes, just forgot to say hi. Hello, hello. How you doing, Hamza? Okay. Not sleeping, I promise? Okay. I will take your word. I'll believe you. Take your word for it. Troubleshooting a crash you've had for a long time, but not managing to understand the reason. Oh no. What do you mean you want to punch us? You know, just a little nudge, a friendly punch to the gut. You've never been punched to the gut before? In a friendly manner? Let me just parent this guy to that. Boom, boom. Just procrastinating my facial rig. Oh my god, facial rig. Yeah, let's not even talk about that. I'm gonna have to do that soon. Real soon. No. Okay. Let me just disconnect these bones. Cool. And I want this to stretch to that. Bah! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah. Let's unparent. Wait. Is this parented to anything? Let me just double check. Tweak forearm. What? Why is that parented as that? To the tweak forearm. Interesting. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, okay. I see it now. Let me just clear parent. So it seems like we have to... Where did those things go? Oh, okay. Let me just unhide the tweaker bones. I think I had them hidden. Where did they go? Hey, give me back my tweaker bones. Oh, there it is. It's just really small. A Vulcan. You need to dive in more. Oh no. That is a scary word to me. Okay, I'm gonna unparent this and parent this to that. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, I'm gonna want to separate these guys too. Wait, what? Man, rigging is so... it's so confusing. AI is dying? You guys notice that AI is dying? Is it dying? How is it dying? In what sense? Whee! Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, I guess I'll do the same thing for this little bone down here, which I believe is supposed to be the feet tweak. Ankle tweak. Okay, it's called the ankle tweak. Wait, no. Leg, knee. Ankle, okay. Yeah, I think it's the ankle. Okay, let's create this ankle tweak. Let's call this one ankle. And I don't think there's gonna be any other ankle tweaker bones, just one. Just the one, right? And... banger of a song. Bum, bum, bum. What if you played some no copyright sounds progressive house music for a change? A little ankle, ankle. Very nice. As you wish. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Did you start the rig with Rigify or completely from scratch? Completely from scratch. Yes. 100% from scratch. If you want, you could check out the VOD on day 1. If you want to learn how I did them. How do I recalculate the roll? Oh, it has to be in edit mode. Okay, cool. Right, and then I'm supposed to give them a widget. Done. Now, I think this will be the big one. Shit. Okay. Clear parent. Clear parent. It's run out of human data to train, and it's now training on AI data. The AI bubble is on the verge of popping. Right, I am aware of the AI bubble thingy. Okay, but due to companies not making much money, and 3, you have learned that Naki will never wear a mate outfit. So you saw a pencil and was tempted to, but you didn't draw him wearing a mate outfit. Thank you. That would be pretty tragic. On your end though, because you have to see. You have to draw it out. Actually, it would be pretty epic. Okay, Control Shift C, stretch 2. Stretch 2. And I want to make sure it's not parented to anything. Okay, cool. And I want this to be parented to that too. Keep offset and keep offset. And now we can move this about. Hell yeah. Very nice. Now, do we need like a secondary tweaker stuff? Love AI, just hope it stays away from art, which it won't, yeah. That is a huge, unfortunate drawback for sure. Foot tweak. Ankle tweak. Okay, yeah, so it seems like there's a big guy, so foot tweak. Parent of, parent of. Parent of, okay. This will be called foot tweak. Foot. Foot. You won't lie, you'd still do it if you said yes. Oh wait, you'd still do it if you said yes, but you mean you've seen my artwork. Uh-oh. I better be careful what I wish for. Let me duplicate that and scale it up real quick. I'm gonna have to yoink the length of this bone. Oh, don't lock it. I'm gonna name this ankle. That's the ankle one. And symmetrize. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna have to parent the smaller bone, the ankle bone, to this. And likewise for the other side. Get out of here. Okay, parent, keep offset, okay. Cool. Done. And then I believe these smaller tweaker bones, because you see now, they see how they kind of just bend like this, right? I believe these guys would have to follow this bone, and then this bone would have to follow the big bone. So let's do this real quick. Let's see. Please no cyclic dependency. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's nice. Oh, we don't even have to parent these guys to this. Oh wait, it is already parented. So what if we don't parent them? What would that look like? Oh, there it is. Yeah, without the parent, it looks like this. It breaks. So let's not do that. All right, let's stretch to. All right, hell yeah. Very nice. Niche, did you wish for chaos? I am here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, here she is. Here she is. How are you doing, Niche? How was your day? I'm assuming it's still in the morning for you. Rise and shine. OpenAI has wasted all of its money developing ChatGPT. They are now considering adding ads on their services to gain. I did hear about that. That I did hear about. That was pretty funny. I wonder how that's gonna go. Niche, by the way, Niche in chat is she's going to voice 2 of the female characters of this short film. So please check her out, please. I mean, you guys already know who Niche is, but there it is. Yeah. Alright, this is done. This is done. We can do the this knees. You know? Look how pretty. Need. Okay, so now we can assign these bones to the right collections so we can hide the deformation bone. And just yeah, just look at the pretty tweak bones. Make sure it's out of here. Remove. Hide. There we go. Up. Hello. Hello. Leg. Tweak. Hell yeah. Let me hide. I want to hide these guys in a new collection. Boom. Boom. And I'll call Saul. I'm gonna put them in this, let's call it boots tweak. Already part of this collection? What do you mean? What is going on? Okay, look at this. Look at Blender being a brat. My first impression of Niche is her voice acting a bee. Her voice acting a bee. Which one was that? A bee? Was it the one of Daisy? Or like literally a bee? The free run intro was made using color pencils. Wasn't it the outro? The outro, right? Maestro? What is this? Oh, this one. Okay, that's a classic.
Oh, Jimmy Dean. Oh my. I didn't know such words could be strung together like that. Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Wow, Jimmy Dean, you're like kind of really cool. You're so much better than all those guys at the festivals. Yeah, I'd love to go back to your place. Oh, I don't fit? Oh, are you calling me fat now, Jimmy Dean? Ugh, of course, you fucking misogynist. Of course you think all women are like this and jump to conclusions. How dare you? You know what? Friendship with Jimmy Dean ended. Oh, wait. You're willing to pay? Different story.
Yeah, she's a little schizo. She may be a little schizo. Maybe a little schizo. Should I be concerned? Should I be concerned? But yeah, that's Niche in a nutshell. That's about right. That's about right. What is this? Okay, all the selected bones were already part of this collection. None of the bones were assigned to this collection. Oh. What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, this thing was bugging out. Never mind. Alright, skill issue, as per usual. Okay, let me just put that there. Sounds like a good voice for characters, yeah? Yep, I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all. I've got the right person for the job. Look how pretty. Hell yeah. Who needs Mr. Fantastic when we have this dude? He pose. True. My guy said, "Ah, Shimona." Chaka chaka. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. He said, "Ooh." Bro on the highest room. Bro is... He is flexible. You've been hit by. You've been struck by. My guy said, "Ah, Shimona." Hee hee. Look at that. Hell yeah. Okay, let me just reset the position. And now that we have the tweaker bones done, what the hell? Yo, Elevex, hello. Welcome to the stream. So we now that the tweaker bones are done, we can now create, I believe, the mechanical switch bones. So we're really close to creating the FKIK stuff, but let me just double check. Because I am not entirely sure if that is the next step, but let me just see. DEF, okay, mechanical, yeah. I think that's, yeah. I think the next step would be to create the mechanical switch bones, and then we can create the FKIK, hell yeah. You would run the fuck away if you saw that pose. Pretty menacing, huh? Pretty menacing. Mona. Let's see him do the moonwalk. Oh, look at that. Bruh. Hell yeah. Wait, can I animate this? Let me clear the keyframes real quick. Clear keyframes. Why is it moving like that? Damn it. Grasshopper? You know what, we're not gonna animate this, but yes, he can moonwalk. That is definitely doable. Boom. Ow. Shimon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Enough of the curse stuff. Let's move on to creating the things that we have to create. Actually, long ass legs got me dying here. Actually, let me think. How do I want to proceed? Because normally what I would do is to look at the tutorial. Just to get an idea of what to do next. You know what? Let's just do we want to create the tweaker bones for this area? I'm not too sure what we need. Okay, let me look at the tutorial.
Advise you to give another bone, the one from the tip. Now the tweaker bones 2, 3, and 4. 4,
From the
3,
tip.
and 2, and parent them to 3 will be a child.
Okay, we did that. Very nice. Oh, this is the one with the foot roll. Okay. Can you make him blink? Not yet. We don't have any facial rigging stuff done just yet, unfortunately. Face expressions? Nah, I'm gonna need to watch the tutorial for that.
These bones to the root bone.
I'll probably dedicate an entire stream for the facial rigging part, yeah. Really? Yeah. It's really difficult. Yeah, and I still have to I need to grasp the concept of it, you know? Okay, mechanical switch. I need to see. You know what? Let me just pull up the file. Let me just pull up the Kibeli file, and I'll kind of just inspect it a little to see what I need to, you know, before I move on. Where is the course files? Where are you at? Materials, okay. P2 design. Open. Okay, let me look at the tweaker bones real quick. Get out of here. Tweak. No, I need the leg tweak. Okay. What is this? Oh, that's for the foot roll, it seems. Okay. I mean, sorry, the point between the bend of the toes and the rest of the feet. The foot tweak. Okay. Ankle. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to do that eventually, but oh, cool. Me and my monkey. Look at that. So cool. We're gonna have to do that eventually, but I'll probably do this one off stream. Maybe, and then I'll break it down on stream tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, let's create the tweaker bones for this guy then. Doesn't wear any pants. Let's create one here. What section did you get to in the course? I am currently in the midst of chapter 7. I'm kind of like bouncing around chapter 7 right now. Yeah. I would say, yeah, I completely skipped the ponytail one, and then I'm like halfway through the leg rig stuff. You enrolled? Yeah, for the Art of Effective Rigging 2 course. Yes, I am. You don't know the song? The meme? Oh no. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I must have came off as really unk right there, huh? Okay, let me set this to global, and then I want to extrude that out, and I want to set the length to match the big boy right there. You good? Thank you. I will do Control Alt A. Yeah. Actually, that's not really important though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll just leave it as that. Wait, is the song over? Is that the end of the playlist? Oh my god. No way. That's fast. Okay, now the good old RuneScape playlist. Hell yeah. Okay, now we need this guy. Need this guy to be yellow. Hell yeah. The good old OSRS. Gonna lock in. Man, I need a haircut. That's what I need. Should I go bald? 1 like and 1 sub for me to go bald. I'm kidding. I take it back. I take it back. Bow, 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 bow. I will... Wait, what? Oh, that's... Okay, foot. And what is this? Let me see. Foot tweak. Oh, tip. Okay. Foot tip. Last time you got a haircut, your barber almost made you fully bald. Holy. Like with the razor and all. Completely shaven down. For character artists, rigging is necessary. For character artists, well, it really depends on how far you want to get into it. For the longest time, I didn't do any rigging at all. It was only because I wanted to create an animated short film that I had to get into rigging, right? So it's not necessary, I would say, but it's definitely a good skill to have, for sure. It really depends. Like, you could technically get away with just relying on, you know, Auto Rig Pro or Rigify, because that is what I did for the longest time. You know, the one that I did of let me pull up Tiny Naki. The one that I did of yeah, this was done with Auto Rig Pro. I have it set to HD. I mean 144p to save data, but this animation right here, these characters, they were done with Auto Rig Pro. And then this, I believe, was done with Rigify, if I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Rigify, if not it's Auto Rig Pro as well. This one right here, one sec. Yeah, this one. This was when I didn't exactly know how to rig, but I wanted to create this, so I just did it anyway. Sorry about that. He leaves and comes back every time. Wait, what? Oh, your barber? Oh my god. Not show? What do you mean not show? Oh, it's not showing? My bad. Oh my god. Holy shit. Thanks. This right here. This was done with Auto Rig Pro. And I believe this was done with Rigify. This one right here. I believe this was done with Rigify. Come on. There it is. Yeah, you can see some of the, you know, the artifacts, but, you know, For a little subtle movement, it's not so bad. And these were done with, did I weight paint them? I'm pretty sure it's like automatic weight painting. And that was it. Yeah, I think so. Or is it shape keys? I can't exactly recall, but yeah. You remember this animation? Yeah. This one, right? Yeah, this one. This one was Auto Rig Pro. This was rendered in cycles. But the short film that I'm working on right now is going to be done in Eevee, I believe. I think that's what I'm going for, because, you know, it saves a lot of time. And I'm going for that stylized look, so I do want to keep all options open. But anyway, let's move on. I mean, let's continue on with this. Create. There it is. Alright, let's unparent these guys. Clear parent. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna need... Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna need this guy to stretch to this. Yeah, there it is. Bum 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 bum. Local. What? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's why we're gonna need a mechanical bone so that we can rotate this guy, I believe. I think. Let me think about this real quick. Do we need like an intermediate bone? I don't know. But yeah, that's really it. That's really it. What else? Do we get into the mechanical bone stuff now? I guess we could. So let's just do it. Okay. I will shift these guys into the tweak collection, remove it from the DEF collection. Boots. Okay, cool. Alright, and then what else? Let me think about this real quick. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's stop dilly-dallying. I'm gonna duplicate these bones for the time being. I'm kind of worried because, like, I feel like maybe I should work on the roll first, but yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Okay, that will be the mechanical bones. So let's rename these guys as MCH. And I'll remove the 0, 0, 1. Okay. And now we can... Actually, wait, let me just symmetrize this real quick. Actually, before I do that, let me give them their color real quick. There it is. And symmetrize. There it is. The trumpet song of this one, did you guess right? You're gonna, looks like you gotta leave now. It's nice watching the stream after a while. I'm really tired right now. Good night, Uncle. Bye, Elivex. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Appreciate it. Okay, mechanical bone is done. I guess now we can... Let me just throw them into their respective collection. So I'll create a new one, call it leg MCH assign. Okay, cool. There we go. Let me try not to rely on what I've already done and think about how this goes. Okay. So the whole purpose of the mechanical switch bone, right, is not only to allow us to switch between the FK and IK rig, but we also want these bones to follow them, and this big deformation bone is following the tweaker bones, so we need to parent the tweaker bones to the mechanical bone. Okay, that has to be it. That has to be it. So this goes here, right? Let's start with a trumpet. Okay, nice. Wait, what is this parented to? Oh, this is parented to the thigh. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. What is the def bone parented to? Tweak forearm. Okay, and then tweak. Oh wait, I was right. Okay. Oh my god. I doubted myself. Okay. Okay, let me think of this real quick. About this real quick. This is parented to this. Okay, so we need to parent this to the big boy, which it already is. No, it's not. Oh, wait, it is. Oh, okay, it already is. No, but we need it to be the other way around. Okay, let's see if it's gonna cause any dependency issues. Oh no! It worked! Fuck yeah. Okay. Very nice. And let's do the same for this guy. We want this to be parented to this. Okay, this is parented to that. Yep, okay, cool. So this is done correctly. Yeah, the funny song. Alright, so now that is done, I just want to make sure that it's been done on the other side as well. No, it's not. So we have to clear that. It has to be the other way. And then we have to parent these guys to the mechanical bone. Okay. It's starting to make sense to me. Slowly but surely. Okay, parent this to that, right? Wait, are they not separated? Yeah, they're not. Damn it. Let me just separate these bones real quick. La 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 la. Wait, they are disconnected. What? Is it stretching too? Oh, it is stretching too. Okay, okay. No, 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 no. Wait, that worked. Oh, nice, it worked. Okay, then this. Yeah, we need this guy to be parented to that. Keep offset. And then this guy to be parented to this. To this. Okay, let's take a look. Nice. Is it necessary to stretch too? Let me see. Yeah, there's no stretch too. That is unnecessary, so let's clear the constraints. There we go. But they have to be parented to one another, right? Is it? Okay, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense. You know what? In fact, it's starting to make so much sense, it's making dollars. Are you awake now? Hmm? Woken up from your slumber? Wait, Okay, now it's not making dollars. We're back to cents. Fuck. Let me just double check on stuff. This. Report it. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Relax, relax. Oh, these tweaker bones. They have to be parented to something, and the shin bone is... One second. Ah, okay. I see. You are the problem, you, little one in there. You need a papa. There it is. That will be your papa. And same goes for the other one, the other side. You little brat. You. Okay, this one's already connected. Good. That means the mirroring works. So many overlapping bones, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can never convince me to like rigging. Yes! Holy sh... Yo! Hell yeah. It's making sense now. It's making sense. I'm getting this. Like, I'm starting to understand what we have to do. It's slowly making sense. Yes, 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 yes. And then right after this, all we have to do is to create 2 sets of bones. which we can then one of them will be FK, one of them will be IK, and then you can snap between those two. You're starting to understand the art of effective rigging too. Exactly. Like I'm starting to see a trend, a reoccurring pattern. This right here, we have to yeah, we have to create a tweaker bone for this guy as well. Probably not. I don't think we're gonna need that because yeah, this will probably have to. We're gonna need to add some constraints to these guys, and then those constraints. Oh my god! Right. We totally forgot to account for all of the constraints. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Oof. Tough. Okay. But we're on the right track. All of this is to say that we are on the right track, thankfully so. But I'm definitely missing out on quite a bit of things. Like, I definitely went a little too far ahead with the mechanical bones. It's unnecessary at this stage because I've yet to add all of the constraints down here for the foot roll and the ankle roll and all of that stuff. But yeah, that's really it. We can call it done for today. Let's see, do I maybe want to work on anything else on stream? I'm sure there is something that I'm just not coming to me right now. Oh wait, there is. Okay. Yes, for the shirt, right. Okay, so now that we have this corrective bone down here, let me just take that off. Now that we have that there, right? Oops, that right there. That means that the helper mesh that we created the other time, this one, is outdated, right? Because, well, I duplicated the mesh before I did the whole corrective bone weight pinning thing, so we can now delete this. Actually, wait, let me just copy the name. Delete this. I'm gonna duplicate the body. Give it this name. I will delete the parts that I don't need. Delete. Okay, cool. Right, and then off you go. Be gone. There it is. And yeah, we can delete all this crap. We don't need these anymore. Let me subdivide this. Do I want to? Yeah, let's subdivide this. Screw it up. Shape keys. Get out of here. Alright, cool. Let me delete the material so we know what we're working with. And let's inspect this real quick to see if it actually works. Give me... You know what this will do? There we go. Now we have the updated version. Cool. And now that we have that, we can Count on me like 1, 2, 3. We can bind the shirt onto this guy. Actually, let me move him. Let me move his arm into like a more in between position, like somewhere right about there. About here, okay. And then we'll bind it. Unbind. Okay, we don't want the helper arms. I will bind the shirt to this. Protect body temporary helper mesh. Bind. Cool. Now let's see what that looks like. Let me hide this guy. Be gone. Go into... Where are you at? Temp helper? Yeah. Yeah. Get out of here. Alright, cool. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So pretty. Oh my god. How cool is that? Look at that. It folds. It folds. And GG, indeed. Very happy with this. It's not perfect by any means. I'll probably go in there and clean up some of the texture painting stuff. But yeah, here we are. A little weird down there. But that's fine. That's fine. What if I unbind this? No, never mind. Let me see. No. No. Bad. Unbind. And there we go. A bind. What is the next step after rigging? The next step after rigging would be to do a little test animation. That's right. To try and break the rig as much as possible, and then do a little touch up, and we should be done. I'm hoping to finish. Man, I want to try to finish this before the month ends. We're nearing that. I'm gonna try my best to do that. I don't want to spend too much time on this anymore. Let me just hide the tweak. Corrective bones. There it is. And we just have to do this 5 more times. GG's. Oh right, and you still have to do the fingers. I'll probably do that off stream. Yeah, probably like follow through yeah, tutorial and Anyway, what else do I want to do? What else? So yeah, making good progress. I'll try to begin on the facial rig tomorrow. I highly doubt that will happen. Highly doubt it. But I'll try my best to make it happen. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, tomorrow it's either going to be a facial rig stream, or I might take a break, so that I can actually like lock in and learn how to do it properly, and then I'll go live the day after to do it on stream. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I feel like we've been dragging this on for way too long. It's getting a little boring. It's getting a little repetitive, right? But yeah, I'll we'll see. Look at that. I'm really satisfied with how this turned out. Alright, we still have to set up the UDIMs, but I'll do that off stream. It's getting... You know what? I think the next character creation is going to go a lot smoother. I think. I don't want to jinx myself, but I mean it only makes sense that happens, right? Because this guy is sort of like the guinea pig. Like me figuring shit out, What is that? Is that the tongue? Oh, it's the teeth. I think too, yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. The hair looks really great, thank you. Thank you. But man, what a rough journey, the creation of this guy. Kind of like all over the place. A lot of powering through certain things and then taking a step back, especially during the texture painting stage. Oh my god, I remember having to backtrack. Oh, Ruby, yo, Ruby, how was the stream? How was the art stream? Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. How are you doing today? Hey, yo, King Eddie. Hello. Welcome, raiders. Wait, actually, I'm gonna go take a piss, and then when I come back, I'll give you guys a little tour of what we have worked on so far. Thank you, Ruby, for the raid. And if you have to go cook food and post stream stuff, feel free to do that. I won't hold you hostage. And you guys know Ruby, right? You guys like watching the character creation process of waifus. That is the place to go. Whenever I rate you go pissing yourself. Okay, come on. You know what? At this point, I feel like you're to blame. No? Why is it that every time you rate me, I have to go pee? Something about your presence is messing with my bladder control. Let me just give him a little wiggle. Look at that. Exactly. It's you, Ruby. Your presence is too much for my bladder to hold. Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss, and when I come back, I'll give you guys a little look as to what we have done so far. All right, just. Okay, I'll put it here. Stream was chill. Nice, nice, nice. He got that jiggle hair. He does. He's got that jiggle, jiggle. Okay, I will turn these off for now. And later when I come back, I will give you guys a little tour. Okay. Making big booba waifus as per usual. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. So yeah, you guys, you guys already know who Ruby is, but in case you don't, check him out. Check him out. I'll be right back. All right. Hello, hello raiders. Okay, so let me just give you guys a little tour as to what we did today. Or what we have done so far, right? Today we just worked on these little tiny bones here. Basically distributing the weight paint to these little bones so that we can have this nice little twisting. One second. MCH. Let me hide the death bones real quick. Oh no, that doesn't. It doesn't show. 1 second. Which one is the main? I think it's the tweaker bones. It's still kind of like in the midst of. Which bone is it? Okay. Let me just turn this back on. So yeah, you can see that these bones are all... Oh wait, do we have a copy rotation? Okay, these bones are all like, you know... They all have their respective weight paint assigned to them, like this. There we go, right? We did this. And the whole purpose for that is to not only be able to tweak the mesh this way, in this manner, but you can also have a nice rotation fall off. So let's just say you were to rotate your foot outwards this way. Median. What the? Okay. This way, right? Instead of it going like this, which is pretty unnatural looking, you could have it so that the bottom part, by the time it's like completely rotated, this part is only rotated a little bit. It's kind of like with the arms. Let me show you. 1 second. Local. There it is, right? You can see that when this bone is fully rotated 90 degrees, this bone is only rotated by about 10 degrees ish, right? So that is essentially what we did for the leg, but I currently don't have the constraints set up at the moment. Then I have the tweaker bones, basically parented to the mechanical bones, these like black bones. These black bones right there. And this mechanical switch bones, they function as a bridge for the FK and IK rig, which we don't have set up right now. I'll probably do this. Do I want to do this on stream or off stream? Well, I'll think about it. But yeah, so let me give you guys a little run through as to what we have done so far. Okay, so let me hide the dev bones, mechanical bones. I want my FK and IK and tweak bones. Okay, cool. So this is what we have done so far. We have our protagonist here of the short film. We have the option for him to go shirtless, gloveless, and then with gloves, with shirt, right? Yeah, right. Just ignore that. Once the subdiv is turned on, it'll go away. Shirt, no shirt, gloves, no gloves, and yeah, you get it. And then the ability to subdiv the body and everything else, subdiv the hair, yeah. And then for the shoulders, you can see that when you rotate this upwards, you can see how the rotation of the arm is independent from it, and you can toggle that on and off. And just set this to FK. You can toggle that on and off, right? So it's, you could raise his arms up to the side along with the shoulders if you want, or you can have them be independent. Up to you. And then yeah, we now have the ability to switch between FK and IK. So we're currently in FK, right? Let me just turn off the subdiv. Okay, it is turned off. Okay, I'll go here. Yeah, so we have the ability to toggle between FK and IK. Right now it's FK. Alright, and then we can go into IK. There it is. Ta-da! And all of this, by the way, was created from scratch, and it was only possible because of the course that I'm still taking. It's called The Art of Effective Rigging 2 by Pierre Picard. And once I end this live, I will I'll probably look into how to do the leg roll, and if I have time, the facial rigging stuff. Pierre the goat. Yeah, for real. So yeah, that's is that it? Is that all I have to show? I think that's really it. The other stuff are all just the fun corrective bone stuff, like how the biceps it goes up whenever you fold the arm, and how the triceps lengthen whenever you whenever you bend the forearm, and vice versa. We did a bit of hip corrective bone stuff. Also, Naki the goat. No, you the goat. You the goat. Where my mechanical bone? Where my mechanical bone? There it is. Look at that. Yeah, I don't have this parented to the mechanical bone on the right yet, but oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix. that. Oh no, this was supposed to go out whenever we bring this up, but okay. Naki the Big. But yeah, look at that. We have the corrective, I guess, obliques or corrective rib bone on the side. So before it used to look like this. There it is. Actually, it's a little bit more obvious with the shirt off. There it is. There you go. See how it bashes in? It's not supposed to be. That's not the case in real life, right? So, with this, we got to do that. Look at that. Look at how it preserves the volume. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That is it. He cooking? Thank you. I'm very happy with the current progress. But yeah, there's so much still to learn. So much. And I'll probably, I'll spend the rest of my time watching the course. I was actually about to end Ruby before he raided, so apologies for the short little stream raiders. But yeah, again, thank you so much for the raid. Let's see. Again, tomorrow I'm not sure if I'll be live. I'm gonna have to see. Sec. Plobby is live. Rat is live. What the? Rat Lord is live. Okay. You know what? I do have to. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll just raid and run. I'm gonna have to lock in, so I don't want to. Do I rate the other? Do I rate next time? Nah. You know what? Since we have Ruby's raiders here, let's not waste. Let's send them over to Plobby. Okay, there we go. So yeah, thanks for the stream. You know, thank you for watching, and thank you guys for watching. Recteller, bye. Again, whether or not I go live tomorrow, I will have to drop you guys an update on Discord. And for the people on YouTube, if you're not on the Discord, I'll probably schedule a stream, and whichever date it's set at, it will be. I will go live on that date. So I'll just drop a Discord link real quick, and then again, these are the timings that I go live every single day, except for days where I bill you guys, but I bill on you guys. But yeah, bye Solem. Joining the Discord, yeah. So yeah, thanks again guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Whether or not I go live tomorrow, it's still to be determined. And yeah, but when I come back, it'll be more rigging. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, bye bye. Thanks for the session. Thanks for watching.